This is Robert Barrick, and I'm exiting. I was going to go to the law library, and I think I still will, but what I'm actually going to do is first go and upload this video. Today I filed my second suit against the Indianapolis Police Department, actually against the city of Indianapolis, for their criminal conduct. And all day today, they have been discharging the wand device at my shoulder. Now, I have had my hips replaced when I was 40 years old as a result of avascular necrosis. It's a bone degeneration disease where the bone isn't getting the nutrition that it needs to stay healthy. So it starts to erode, and so as a result of that, I had to have both of my hips replaced. I have the problem in my shoulders, and but since it's not a weight-bearing joint, it hasn't been a problem. But these corrupt and psychopathic, retaliatory, scumbag pieces of garbage that are Indianapolis police officers have been retaliating against me for trying to stop their criminality, for trying to stop them from destroying my life, and they are torturing me. And what they've done all day today is found a new place. What they've been doing is, some of the other new places that they've been torturing me at, is that they will simulate a severe earache by discharging the surveillance drone's detection device. It's a ultrasound, sort of like a sonar that you might be familiar with that perhaps a submarine had, or ships that are looking for submarines. That's kind of what I'm familiar with it as. These officers that are using a surveillance drone have a similar sensor that allows them to see through pockets and see, you know, if people are carrying weapons or but actually it can actually see inside your body as well. So it's almost sort of an X-ray machine. These criminals, these filthy beasts, these brutal pieces of garbage unworthy of respect and beneath contempt who belong in prison have been discharging it at my shoulder all day. Because I filed a suit in U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Indiana. It's in Indianapolis here on Ohio Street, is where the federal courthouse is. And so I filed that as well as a motion to unseal. These monsters have been torturing me for over 8 months, and I'm tired of it. They've also been stigmatizing me to the entire world for 10 months, and I'm tired of it. I have called God and everyone, and what they do is, they go and they talk to these people and stigmatize me, and then even if they want to help me, they can't, because now that they are informed that the officers have targeted me and that I am under scrutiny and that they have a warrant, then they are silenced from being able to be candid with me, because they could be arrested for obstruction of justice. Not that that's necessarily what's happening. What I think is happening is that they're poisoning me so much with their stigmatizing lies that no one would be willing to help me anyway, but it doesn't help to have the law silence you. So that's what these scumbag pieces of shit. And their captain, his name is Frank. I don't know what his last name is, but he is the head scheming piece of shit trash, unworthy of respect and beneath contempt, that works for, I don't know who is in between him and the commander of the precinct, or that Northwest District, whose name is Commander Dawn Snyder. And she is obviously unworthy of respect and beneath contempt, or otherwise negligently incompetent, because she is unable to manage her people or to keep them under control, because these scumbag pieces of trash, and that includes right over here, they've actually had a stakeout. I'm such a big danger that they have to have a stakeout. Well, that's not true either. What they're doing is they're manufacturing this false defense to try and, to save their asses once it gets to court. That's what these slimy pieces of shit do all the time. They are unworthy of respect, they are beneath contempt, they deserve to be imprisoned, and they need to stop torturing me. I'm going to upload this, and I'm going to send out an email to God and everyone else about these scumbag pieces of shit. And some of them, their names besides Captain Frank at the Northwest Precinct under Dawn Snyder, who I have included as a defendant in my suit, as well as the Chief of Police, Richard Height, and the former commander of the Northwest Branch when all of this corruption began, Brian Maloney. So these three high-ranking Indianapolis Police Department, quote-unquote, I prefer to refer to them as criminals with badges because they torture people and they're worthless cowards is what they are. They're worthless pieces of shit. Now they like to sort of like Bush did when he got us into this war where, oh no, if you say anything bad about us, you're not being a good patriot. Well, if you say anything bad about the police, then you're not a good person. Well, there's a difference between these lying pieces of shit on the detective side who are all about winning, not solving crime, not justice, not finding the truth. They're about winning. We're going to win and he's going to lose. That's the mentality of these corrupt people. I've said frequently, corrupt and stupid, perfect, but they also have little toys that can torture people. They are cowards, unworthy of respect, beneath contempt, pieces of shit that belong in prison. And they have been torturing me for 8 months. And today they have chosen to attack my shoulder, which very little pressure on the shoulder causes pain. These monsters will not stop. I have called the Justice Department. I have called the Department of Homeland Security, who provided this device to them, who is providing these devices to law enforcement all over the nation. I am at the beginning of what will be a huge issue going forward, because these corrupt, untrained, unprofessional, lowbrow, semi-literate pieces of trash that are torturing me, they just have these kids, and then these older people that they've started to move into doing it. They're just scumbags. They're filthy, filthy, corrupt, disgusting pieces of shit torturers. They're cowards. They are invertebrate. They have no backbone. They're scum. And I want it to stop, and I want these monsters to be stopped. I contact the Justice Department on a daily basis. I contact the Department of Homeland Security on a daily basis because they provided them these devices. The populace, the American people need to know this will not be the last time that they use these devices illegally. Okay, they're excited to have these new kinds of. It changes the whole balance of power between citizens and law enforcement. It shoots them up way up here, literally. I mean, where they can fly around with these surveillance drones and peer into your home, through the walls of your home to surveil you, to obliterate all of your privacy. They can eavesdrop as though it was a blanket on your entire home. Not just like putting a bug and sliding it in a light somewhere. It's like bugging, where they can just turn on their eavesdropping equipment and listen to everything that's going on in a huge perimeter. This is against the Constitution. It's against the Fourth Amendment, where they are at liberty to go to a judge and get a warrant showing probable cause, but it requires that it be particularized. But they can't do this blanket general warrant that they can search and see and do and attack everything. That's not what it's supposed to be, but that's the kind of device that they have now. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. These scumbag, garbage, IND PD trash, unprofessional, scum, sleazy little scheming scum need to be put in prison is what needs to happen. They are unworthy of respect and beneath contempt. I'm sorry I'm saying that again because I want to get it across to you that when I say that these officers out of the Northwest branch that is under the commandship of Dawn Snyder, and their telephone number in case someone wants to call them and say, what's going on with the secret drones that you're using, their phone number is 317-327-6600. Okay, so that's basically it. I've been in pain all day as a result of these monsters, these criminals that have badges, and I just wanted to share that and get it out to the world. Thank you so much. Sorry, you know, I am not an angry person. I'm an easygoing, friendly guy. These monsters, after a year of their torment and torture, it alters a person, it changes them, which is what they want to happen. One of their little operations has been to try and push me over that, you know, I mean, not just like nudge me, but push me over the edge. That's what they want. They actually are trying to get me to do something that would allow them to take action against me. They're putting, they hope I guess they're hoping that they're putting someone at risk is what they're trying to do. I mean, that's what kind of scumbags these people are, that they are willing to torture. I mean, if it was someone else, if it was some, you know, I don't know, straight guy, you know, alcoholic, you know, whatever, like many of them, many of these dirty cops, straight alcoholics with their puffy cheeks and their red faces, and their, you know, divorcee and whatever, just sad and pathetic individuals. You know, if they had been doing what they have done to me, it would have pushed people over the edge, that they would have taken some kind of, you know, perhaps violent action. I will never do that. That's kind of upsetting them, and so they use slurs that I'm a fag and a faggot, and I don't know, all kinds of shit. Anyway, I'm sick of it. I am sick to death of it. You know, I've said that I would defend myself. If these monsters, if these cowards that carry badges were in front of me and they had this device and they shot it at me and I was able to defend myself lethally, I would absolutely defend myself. They are scum. They are scum. They are scum. They are unworthy of respect. They are monsters and they need to be in prison. Again, I apologize for if I've gotten a little, you know, upset, but I feel completely justified in being upset. After what they've done to me, you have no idea. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you all had a great 4th of July.